Hey, we are back here at Parker Nixon. Today we are going to review Duolingo to learn another language. It's web-based. You can get an app on Android or iPhone. Here I'm showing the iOS iPad version of Duolingo. A really great self-paced adaptive program to learn another languages or multiple languages. They have a lot of different languages. So here I'm logged in the upper left-hand corner, I see you see the flags, and you can then, right now I'm enrolled in a few different languages. Like you can add a course and then browse all the languages that are offered, which are quite a few. So you can choose a new language, like if I want to add, Swedish, you add the language. And usually we'll ask if you're brand new to it or if you already know some, and that will help you kind of find the right level if you're brand new. And it will just level you from the beginning and see where you're at. So I'll exit out of here right now. Then adds, and now I have these different courses or languages. Now I've spent some time on Spanish, so you can see my progress. I've gone through quite a few lessons in Spanish, as you can see by the crowns. I've worked my way through there. I've also done some in Portuguese. I'm not as far, but I've done some there. So it shows you those, and I can always redo those lessons. Each of those is like a lesson. When you go back to Spanish. Spanish too, if you notice, when you're in Spanish, on the bottom toolbar, they have audio, which they don't have for most languages, but here, so this is like under Learn, this is the learning pathway. You work your way down through these activities, and stories have interactive stories in the language. Audio, there's little audio lessons that they have in Spanish. They don't have them in other languages, but great way to also learn, and then so those are the three components. And leagues, the more you're doing Duolingo, you can be on these different leaderboards and work your way up through that, as well as use some of you earn kind of points, and can use those in different ways from Duolingo. So let's check out the core program here. So Duolingo. So when you start off, you just start off with a unit. We'll do one here, travel, start.
El pasaporte.
And then these ones are just like drag and drop.
Por favor.
You can see the progress bar on top as I get them right.
Un taxi.
And as long as I get enough correct, then I can move on. Otherwise, I can redo these lessons.
Pasaporte.
Yo necesito un teléfono.
And let me work through this. Unfortunately, it's a free app. They have added a little bit of advertising, which they didn't always have, but that's how they fund this program.
Un taxi.
Yo. Teléfono. Hombre.
Soy.
So there we go.
Teléfono.
Pasaporte.
Mujer. Niña.
Maleta.
Yo necesito agua. Necesito agua.
And you can also press the turtle, and it will say it slowly
Yo necesito agua.
or in full speed.
Yo necesito agua.
Mi.
Teléfono.
Yo. Soy.
Yo necesito un taxi. Un taxi.
Yo. Necesito mi maleta.
El pasaporte, por favor. Favor.
And so I got that right, although you can see on the bottom it gives me the feedback that I forgot the accent mark, so that's a helpful tip. Telefono. So that was those series. So those are basically that's how the units are. I earned 13 gems. And again, I haven't done it for a while, but it'll show me my streak of how many days in a row I practice. There we go. So that was a unit. So sometimes after the unit, it will have short ads, but so yes, that's how it works. And you can see the progress bar now. Part of it is shaded in yellow and gold. So this is the learning pathway, right? As you go beyond, it gets a little harder, and you learn more grammar and vocabulary. And you have different types of activities, both listening, speaking, writing. It's a really great curriculum. If you go through, you can learn get a pretty strong foundation of a language. So do the stories, and once in a while too, I'd also, go to the learn. The stories are also great. Just kind of I'll show you one real quick how they go.
Vikram y su esposa Priti están en el aeropuerto.
¡Ay, no! ¿Dónde está mi pasaporte?
So they have these great little dialogues and stories, and at the end there's some questions that you can answer.
No está aquí.
Vikram.
¿No está en mi cartera?
So they're nice interactive stories.
Y no está en mi chaqueta.
Vik.
Está en el taxi.
Vikram corre a buscar su taxi. Vik, no. Priti corre detrás de Vikram.
¡Ay, no! El taxi no está aquí. ¡No es posible!
Vikram, tu pasaporte no está en el taxi. El pasaporte está en tu mano.
Ah, gracias, mi amor.
Here I'm just matching some of the vocab in the story. So a great interactive story that gives some dialogue. So there's a story, and then it turns to gold when I complete that story. So you see how that one is all in gold. The other ones are not yet, so I can go through these sets of stories. There's quite a few sets, as you can see. Let's scroll to the bottom. Lots of sets, and they get a little more complex. So lots of stories there. Spanish just have the audio lessons. So we can sample one.
Carlos, ready for our first adventure together outside of Mexico City?
Yep. This was a great idea, Alejandra.
In these next few lessons, we'll learn how to talk to different people to get where we need to go. First, we'll talk to the clerk at the bus station.
Let's take a moment to listen to Alejandra getting her bus ticket. Try to listen for the bus departure times.
But it's okay if you don't catch everything the first time. We'll be breaking it all down in the next few lessons.
Buenos días. ¿En qué puedo servirle?
Necesito un boleto de autobús a Morelia.
Muy bien. Tengo salidas a las 11 o a las 4.
Un boleto para el autobús de las 11, por favor.
Son 400 pesos.
Aquí tiene.
Gracias. Buen viaje.
That may seem like a lot.
Pero
All right, I'll pause it there and end it there, but that just so you can get a picture of how these audio lessons are. So yeah, so there we go. So that is Duolingo, and I can toggle between different languages. Recommend, spending maybe 10 to 20 minutes a day on Duolingo, and really you can master a language, at least get a good foundation with the different tools they have. So definitely recommend Duolingo.